What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about EA Sports and this cover athlete glitch and all the stupidness that they've done. They've hit an all-time low. We're going to go over all of that, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that your Blitz Bowl should be getting converted. Everything is going to be going to coins right now. The tickets, everything, it'll just be converted to coins. So if you were one of those people that did like the they had like the OT situation with the Blitz house rules, some of you guys were reporting like, yo, gee, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. That was actually intentional, to where EA Sports, you weren't getting that MIMS anymore, because even though it didn't actually show what was going on, there was no way for you to actually get it, because it actually expired, but it was still there late. So if you finished it up, you know what I'm saying? Like if you were still playing it actively after everything was done on the 27th, you probably did not get the MIMS. As of right now, I do not know of any other way for you to go ahead and handle that, to try to get, get that player. Because EA Sports at EA Help, they're not going to be able to do anything with that simply because of the way that they had the expiration date set for noontime. And a lot of you guys that were reporting it to me, you were playing house rules after noon on November 27th. So long story short, boys, you're probably not going to get anything for that. Okay, so let's talk about the cover athletes. I did a video early on because I like to predict certain things about how EA is going to handle stuff. And because there's two versions of the cards, I assumed, right, that EA Sports would allow one of the versions to be, card piece. Like you can use a card set, and it'll be found in here for you to be able to do it. They did not do that. Now, one of the things that I assume, again, that may happen is because of the way the community responded to it, they may end up adding sets later. Will they actually come through? They've done it in the past, guys. Like they've started off promos that were horrifically wild, where it was packs only before in the past. Like this is not the first time, but this is like an all-time low because of the way they did it. The running back is not typically as good as the middle linebacker in this case, because Ray Lewis gets so many other bonus perks, and they don't really go overboard with the way that they have it versus the two, because the halfback, there's so many running backs that have that speed or similar speed. Like, you got the other dude, Dijon Mustard or whatever his name is. You got him out there, Bijan Mustard. Why am I calling him Dijon Mustard, the actual name? But Marshall Faulk and he are the same speed. So you're not really losing anything there. But they made Ray Lewis really outrageous with his X Factor and all the other things like that. So it's kind of glitchy the way that they did it. I'm going to show you guys what's happening, right? So you can see, based on what I just told you, right? You see the differences in the prices, the $9.94 versus the 1.8. It's because he's getting 0 AP Lurk Artist, 0 AP like the X Factor Avalanche. It's a lot of differences. But with the way that it's set up, if you wanted to try out the cards, you could go with the lower version and then ultimately go ahead and then try out the higher overall rated version if you wanted. This is what kind of aggravates me though. They want us to log in every week and give them $50. Yes, you heard that correctly. This Cover Stars Opportunity Pack, right? This is the wild, look, dude, you guys don't really understand what's going on, right? This is probably the wildest thing that I've seen in a very long time from EA Sports, because they tried it another way where it was like, I'm gonna show you like the step-by-step pack thing. Remember when I told you guys that they were doing that for a reason, to try to set you up, like they're grooming you to be ready to come in and spend money every single week? They were doing this step-by-step. Right? Like step 1, get this. Step 2, spend your money. Step 3, I'm taking your house. Like their steps are really, really wild. Like it's really nasty. But this right here, it gives you the opportunity to get a 92 overall or a 93. So based on the value, monetarily, the value, if you do this on the day of the launch, you're going to make at least 700 to 800K. Okay? So it's just like if you were buying a bundle for $100 and you're supposed to get 1,000,000 coins, but they're giving it to you for 50. So theoretically, right? And I'm saying theoretically, this would make sense in a world where they would give you an opportunity to also grind for the card. See, that's what my argument is, because I have a lot of no money spent players that watch my videos. Go ahead and write no money spent in the comments if you are no money spent or NMS. That's what bothers me. Like, it doesn't make any sense to just do it in the fashion of, okay, look, you got to spend money, because that's what turns the people off. You see what I'm saying? They can make it like, all right, yo, here's an opportunity right here. You do this for a couple of weeks or whatever, like 4 or 5 weeks, and then you could get a card. That's all they had to do. But they chose to go full greed, and then that's what created the problem. Now, on the other side of this, right? If you were to do this, many people were reporting that they were getting the 93. But just remember that the 92 is also in there. So depending on the week and the cover athlete, you know, G is going to be all over Grunk. Like, Grunk is going to be on the squad. I'm just letting you guys know that it's kind of wild the way that they did it. So we still have to figure out now what our options are. So the no money spent players are going to have to step it up even like bigger now. One of the other things, right, that people were asking me about is the mystery pack. Now, based on what it says here, it's not included. Those packs are not included. So for those of you guys that were asking about that, the mystery pack is not included. The cover athlete pack is not included in the mystery pack. It lists what's there. So until they update that, there is no way for you to be able to do that. I don't know exactly when EA is going to do it or what they're going to do differently, because now Team Diamonds are coming, and I know you guys are very interested in that video. I promised you the video will be out soon. Just make sure your post notifications are on and you're subbed. You will get that alert. But just understand that it's not involved in this. That right now, as of right now, EA has made it so that you only can do it by buying that pack, and there's nothing else going on in the store. So what could possibly happen after they see the feedback and everybody's like, yo, you guys are greedier than I thought, and it just looks bad for them, they're gonna add something into the game where it'll be easier to get it, where it doesn't look as if they're being as greedy. Because that's what it's all about. It's the visibility. Even though we're arguing about it, overall people are spending the money anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It has to be something that affects everyone. You see what I'm saying? And then it has to be out there so that EA can see it with different people, and then they'll change it up. It's not just one person that does it or two people. It's us as a community that comes together like, yo, this right here is kind of nasty. You know what I'm saying? So when you go through the store, that's all that's there. Now, this is another thing, because people were asking me, okay, G, right now I just started the game. I got it on Black Friday. Would you recommend that I get the cover athlete pack? That is completely different, okay? This right here is a situation where I know that if you just got the game and you spend that $50, you're gonna make at least 600 to 700K right now, because Marshall Falk is kind of cheap, the lower level version. So if you get Marshall Falk, you're kind of screwed, but you're going to make a suitable amount of coins instead of coming out and just buying the $100 bundle. You see what I'm saying? So that's a little bit different for me. But just to give you an idea of what's going on, I'm gonna show you guys the prices. Yesterday, Ray Lewis was selling for almost like ridiculous. Yo, dude, he was well over 2 mil. It was nasty. Okay, but again, if you run a defense where you want to save on lurk artists, which is something that's primarily used in the game to be able to intercept the ball, because linebackers do not have legs in Madden 24, you would have to spend the money. And it's really no other way around it. Like, I can't even be like, yo, bro, this is the other option. You would have to spend the money on these limiteds. Because remember, it doesn't really matter about the fact of one of them being a collector's edition or a cover athlete. There is no set. So unless you already have the coins, or you're willing to spend the money, you can't do it. And that's just absolutely glitchy and nasty to me. But again, I've been hearing good things about Ray Lewis. As far as Marshall Falk, people have been saying good things as well. Do I think he's worth that kind of coin? No. But one of the options, like I said, if you wanted to take part in it, right, one of the major things you could always do is sell off the cards that you currently have and, put it together to get some of these other ones. But he's pretty much Bijan. Like the change of direction is more like Ricky Williams though, but he's pretty much like Bijan. So if you wanted to kind of sell Bijan and check out those prices, you could actually do that and save a little bit and try to grab him. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, he's 952. People will put him up for cheaper prices because there's so many running backs, but ultimately going forward with this promo, it's going to continue to get more and more expensive. So you have to be ready for what's coming with it. It's definitely nasty. I do expect EA to do something to change it up very, very soon. So we'll see how that works out. As always, if you have any other additional questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.